Hello and welcome back to our next candidate or race here for the candidate forum in Hastings 2016. We are now going to hear from the candidates running for Ward 2 in Hastings City Council, Mr. Joe Balsanek, the incumbent candidate, and we are also going to hear from his opponent, Mr. Adam Estenson. Thank you, gentlemen, both for participating. Before we get started, I do want to quickly, for those that are just tuning in now or watching this particular race, I do want to go over the rules just really quick, recap. This is a forum, not a debate. The candidates will each have a minute to answer the question. They will own that minute and can use it as they wish, and there will be no interruptions. If the other candidate has something to say, they must wait to do so during their next answer. The candidates were provided the questions 1 week in advance. The exception is the one question they will get to ask each other. An audience will not be able to ask questions, and again, we'll be able to ask afterwards. With that said, we're going to start with you, Mr. Joe Balsanek, on your opening statement. Please introduce yourself and provide any information you wish regarding your background and experience.
Thank you, Tom. My name is Joe Balsanek, and we're going to talk real fast here. I'm 70 years old, turned 70 in August, and I have a partial and hearing aids to prove it. I'm seeking my third term in the Ward 2 City Council election. I'm a retired professor from Hamline University and Inver Hills College for a combined 30 years. I'm a retired member of the Air Force Air National Guard serving 22 years, and I've owned my own small business, Designs Plus, for over 40 years. I've been married 47 years to Betsy, and we have 3 married children and 6 grandchildren. My education includes Community College of the Air Force, a BA from Adrian College, and a Master of Fine Arts from Ohio University. I serve on the board of directors of the Dakota Communications 911 Center. Over the past 2 years, I've been commander of the Hastings American Legion, and right now I'm the chairperson of the city's Public Works Committee.
Thank you. Mr. Estenson, please introduce yourself and provide any information you wish regarding your background and experience.
Good evening, and a big thanks to the team of people that are working real hard to put this forum together tonight. My father's side of the family has been in Minnesota since they came from Norway in the 1850s. I'm a 6th-generation Minnesotan and have lived in Hastings for 18 years. Currently, I live with my wife, Carrie. We've been married for 8 years, and we have 2 daughters, a 5-year-old and a 9-month-old. I finished middle school here in Hastings and graduated from Hastings High School in 2004. I attended the University of Wisconsin River Falls, earning a degree in land use planning. I helped to run our family business, Perfect Incorporated, that we've operated for over 10 years, and it's officed out of my parents' home here in Hastings. I also supervise a transportation terminal of 60 employees for Hastings Bus Company in Denmark Township. In high school, I served as the youth representative to the St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Pastoral Council. I serve as president of my homeowners association. I'm privileged to be in my 6th year of appointment to the Hastings Planning Commission. In addition, my fellow commissioners have entrusted me for the 3rd year as the commission's chairman.
Thank you, and we'll stay with you for this next question. Mr. Estenson, why are you running, and tell us what leadership qualities do you feel you have that would benefit your ward if elected?
I'm running to offer Ward 2 options in this election. A leader's role is to lift barriers and help people become the best versions of themselves. The quality at the core of a leader is listening. True listening occurs by understanding perspective. Perspectives are as unique as fingerprints. When someone approaches me with an issue or a question, despite all the wheels turning in my head, I realize that that's the most important thing to them at that moment. And as a leader, I owe them the time of day. I listen with empathy because I want to see their perspective through their eyes. When we do this enough, we begin to form a universal understanding that gives us a true pulse on our community. It drives engagement with our citizens and leads to fully informed decision-making and consensus building. By being the best version of myself as a leader, I can help citizens and businesses become the best versions of themselves. In turn, Hastings becomes the best version of itself.
And Mr. Balsanek, why are you running? And tell us what leadership qualities do you feel you have that would benefit your ward if elected?
I'm the only veteran, the only senior citizen, the only professional artist, and the only business owner on the City Council. I want to be sure that those voices are fully represented in all City Council discussions and decisions. The past 8 years have been very rewarding for me, helping Ward 2 residents find solutions to the concerns that they have. I've organized a number of neighborhood groups over the years. For example, we've held neighborhood meetings, signed petitions, and had email correspondence on MnDOT's proposal to raise the speed limit on Highway 55 between the middle school and Todd Field. We have a group right now working on opposing a cell phone tower by the roadside park tennis courts. And we have a neighborhood watch group dealing with a level 3 sex offender that the state moved into Ward 2 neighborhoods. As a retiree, I have ample time to assist Ward 2 residents with situations like these and many others.
Thank you. And we will stay with you for this next question. Mr. Balsanek, what is your assessment of the Hastings business climate? What are its biggest needs, and how do you feel those needs could be addressed by local government, if at all?
You want all that in 60 seconds. Here we go.
We do.
Small business is the lifeblood of a community, offering a variety of goods and services, plus employment to its citizens, both young and old. Is our business climate healthy? Yes. In my 8 years on the City Council, if you look around, you'll see that over 30 new businesses have opened here in Hastings, and over 30 existing businesses continue to invest, remodel, renovate, and expand here. Email me and I'll send you the list. Can we do better? Of course we can. My major business goal is to develop a high-technology business park in Ward 2 to the west of the future Alina Clinic and Walmart. With it, we would offer alternative energy sources like wind, solar, and geothermal. Yes, you have to drive through corn to get here, but we have our new bridge. We're only 20 minutes from St. Paul and the airport, and we're only 60 minutes from Rochester and the world-famous Mayo Clinic. We're prime territory for new business. Whew.
You made it. Thank you. And you, Mr. Estenson, your turn. What is your assessment of the Hastings business climate? What are its biggest needs? And how do you feel those needs could be addressed by local government, if at all?
Our business climate is on the brink of growth. We have several developments, including art space lofts that are breaking ground that will be a catalyst for this community. With the completion of bridge construction and the riverfront renaissance, we have momentum to help our businesses regroup and begin to attract other businesses to town. That being said, the council needs to take a hard look at how it interacts with the businesses already in Hastings. We need to do everything in our power to keep our businesses here. We need to foster the growth of our local business to create more jobs, and that will in turn attract other companies. I would address these issues by asking some hard questions. Are we treating businesses equally no matter their size? Are we stifling business by demanding that our job creators carry a disproportionate burden of fees and taxes? Finally, can in certain instances a city do better by just stepping out of the way?
Thank you. And Mr. Estenson, this next one is for you. What ideas do you have or have heard from others? You have.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. It is Mr. Estenson's turn. What ideas do you have or have heard from others you have not mentioned yet that you believe would improve Hastings?
It's no secret that you don't have to be on city council to be involved with city council decisions. How do we drive that engagement and exchange of ideas? It could be as simple as moving our comments from the audience to the beginning of council meetings. Imagine taking these innovative ideas from our neighbors all the way through implementation within the city. How many great ideas have been lost because a person either didn't know how to engage their elected officials or felt that their official was unapproachable? Council members should expand their accessibility through means of technology and social media. I also think we need to capitalize on our outdoor recreational resources. Hastings has a national park and is positioned on a massive trail network. I want to see more events involving biking and winter sports. We would be well served also to ensure that our sports facilities and fields are always the best that they can be. We can start to attract more tournaments, marathons, and races. These are the things that bring people to town. The way I see it is the reason you'd never come back to Hastings is if you've never been here before.
And now your turn, Mr. Balsanek, for this one. What ideas do you have or have heard from others you have not mentioned yet that you believe would improve Hastings?
Businesses in the Chamber of Commerce told me that we need to reevaluate our water and sewer whack and sack fees, what a great term, for new business and existing business expansion. At a chamber workshop, we compared our fees with other cities, and the conclusion was there's room for improvement. So right now, for example, we're working with the Hastings Creamery, one of the oldest businesses, with the fees for their expansion plans. They're a big employer, retailer, and taxpayer, and a part of what makes Hastings great, and I don't want to lose them. Coming very soon, we have Art Space Lofts, Great Rivers Landing, adding over 100 market-rate apartments in the historic downtown. That'll be an economic shot in the arm, and we anticipate a variety of new shops coming because of that growth. And finally, a flourish with the opening of the Rotary Pavilion, Leduc Mansion, Hastings Arts Center, and Breakaway Arts, all offering a full range of fine arts education, performance, recreation, and entertainment, all enhancing our quality of life.
Thank you. All right, and now you will be able to respond to this next one first, Mr. Balsanek, and we are now at the question where you will ask each other. And just for those that are tuning in here tonight, we did have parameters for this question. In a nutshell, nothing personal, and must be understood by the general public. And that these questions have been vetted, so we shouldn't have any surprises. And again, the first to ask their question will be Mr. Estenson, and you may take it away.
Councilmember Balsanek, once your time on the City Council has come to an end, be it in this election or in the future, what will be your legacy to the City of Hastings?
Well, I would like to think that I did help improve the quality of life in this city. There are things that I still would like to do. I was talking to the fire chief the other day, and we have that old fire truck that we'd like to get renovated, perhaps through some private funding, things like that. But what I would like people to remember is that I was open to discussion, that I was not pig-headed, that I did change my mind based on what other council members were saying, and that I wore what I believed on my sleeve.
Okay. And now your turn, Mr. Balsanek. You may ask your question to Mr. Estenson.
Yes, Adam, please describe 4 good things that the city has done in the last few years.
I would think one of them would be the Riverfront Renaissance. I think that's fantastic, and I won't take the pavilion as a second answer. I'll include that in there. I think the work with the city and the Rotary Club, that's been fantastic. I would say that I believe that that's part of why I'm running. I think is that I look at what we need to get done, and that we've had, I believe, in term limits, and I believe that's because of stagnation. And I think the Riverfront Renaissance is a great catalyst, but what's next? We've seen some businesses leave town, but I apologize, I'm not able to answer that question fully. Good job on the Riverfront Renaissance.
Thank you. And Mr. Estenson, we'll stay with you for the closing statement. This is your final opportunity tonight to address the voters. In your response, please tell them why they should vote for you and provide any other information you wish.
I may be younger, but I have over a decade of leadership experience in both private business and governing bodies. My wife and I have chosen to stay in Hastings and raise our family. I want to show my children that if you set your mind to it and keep a positive mental attitude and you work hard for what you want, all things are possible. I listen to those who have come before me, and I take great stock in their triumphs and tribulations. Armed with their wisdom and a fresh perspective, I still believe all things are possible, especially if we can truly listen to our neighbors and open ourselves up to honest conversation. These conversations will not always be the most comfortable, nor should they. This is the collaboration that brings the best ideas to the forefront. These ideas are the innovation which leads to community growth. I am willing to be a driving force in this community. That is why I ask you to elect me, Adam Estenson, as the next council member to represent the people of Ward 2 and the city of Hastings. You can always email me or find me on facebook.com/Estenson, the number 4, Ward, and the number 2, Estenson 4, Ward 2. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Balsanek, your turn. Please, this is your opportunity tonight to address the voters. In your response, please tell them why they should vote for you and provide any other information you wish.
A veteran, senior citizen, artist, business owner. That's the perspective that Joe Balsanek has brought to the city council meetings out of Ward 2 over the last 8 years. I'm proud of those years that I served you. You're entrusting your council, 7 people who are your neighbors and friends, with the responsibility of a $23 million budget, the good judgment to make impartial policies, and the wisdom to create a progressive and safe community. We're 7 individuals working as one for a community that's inviting to new business, a community offering recreation and the arts, a community that's safe for everyone, from the young to the young at heart. We're a city that works smoothly, seamlessly. That's my Hastings, and that's your Hastings. That's what Joe Balsanek brings to the city council as a veteran, senior citizen, artist, and business owner. And for that, I would appreciate your vote on November 8th. Thank you for watching this forum. May God bless you all, and may God bless the United States of America in this forthcoming election.
Thank you both for coming in tonight again. How about a hand for our candidates for Ward 2? For anybody that missed part of this, would like to watch the entire race or this forum, you can catch it on our YouTube channel. And we will be right back in 5 minutes to meet our candidates for Ward 3.